Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona. Boba, desserts, design, and culture. Matt Kwong, Eric Craig, and Bessie Tran channeled their love of art and food into an iconic dessert boutique, PNTB. This is their story.
3, 2, 1, 0.
What's up, guys? Eric Craig here, co-founder and one of the owners of P.N.TB Bar.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Matt Kwong, one of the co-founders of P.N.TB Bar and one of the co-owners.
What's up, guys? Benson here, one of the co-founder and owner of P.N.TB Bar. How P.N.TB Bar came upon was just simply because we love boba and ice cream.
This is the place that you want to be in the summer heat.
It was something Matt, Eric, and I always talk about to do something together, sharing the same interests, ideas. And then one thing would lead to another. I came back across country, and the rest is history.
In 2016, we kind of got the ball rolling. Benson was out in Boston at the time. I was still in Cali, and Matt was already out here in AZ. We started drafting up ideas. We were doing Google, what do you call those things? FaceTimes, Google chats, kind of drafting up designs and how we wanted to present the idea of the shop. So it was kind of like a big school project for us.
Coming to work every day, it doesn't feel like a job. We're very passionate about boba, about teas, about the diamond bars that we make, and most importantly, putting a smile on people's faces. When they come here and get to enjoy the products that we serve, it makes it all worthwhile.
Being first generation Asian Americans, majority of my life was built with a lot of Asian culture influence. Growing up, watching my parents hustle, work very hard, running a small business to support a family, that hustle, hardworking mentality unintentionally just was built into my brain.
Growing up Asian American meant a lot of things. It meant after school tutoring, bringing strange looking foods to lunch, and piano lessons. I grew up in a melting pot of cultures in Southern California. There were a lot of great role models and people that I looked up to when I was young. I grew up in the same city as Tiger Woods. I went to the same high school as Justin Lin, who was the director of the Fast and Furious movies. Michelle Kwan was a huge influence at the time, as well as athletes like Ichiro Suzuki and Apollo Antonono. I am proud to be Asian American and love everything about the AZ Asian Chamber of Commerce. It's a place where like-minded individuals can come together, share ideas, and help shape Phoenix for tomorrow. When I first moved here in 2013, I noticed that there were not a lot of small businesses, but rather a lot of big franchises. The alliance we have with the members of the AZ Asian Chamber really provides a sense of community and helps to shape the legacy for our kids and our future. Let me tell you a little bit about my background. I am half Japanese and half Chinese. I am considered Yonsei, or fourth generation Japanese American. My mom's side of the family is Japanese, and in the early 1900s, my great-grandparents came to the US from Japan. Both her and my grandfather had an entrepreneurial spirit. My grandmother was a seamstress after she moved back to the States and opened up a custom drapery business called Kimmy's Custom Draperies. And after a while, she got bored of the business and went back to making clothes for a small boutique on Melrose. Growing up, I have fond memories of my grandmother taking us to the store to get supplies, to pick out different fabrics, to pick out different patterns, and she would make a wide variety of things, shorts, shirts, jackets, you name it, she would make it all. My grandfather's name was Munetoshi George Horiyuchi. He's an Air Force veteran and a Purple Heart recipient. He was born and raised in Walnut Creek, California, and his family worked in agriculture. They actually worked together on an asparagus farm. He also had the entrepreneurial spirit. He also started a real estate brokerage firm called Toho Realty in Southern California. Along with that, he also owned and operated 3 laundromats. He was a very honorable guy, loved baseball, which is, I think, where I picked up my love for baseball. He loved geography and also loved to travel a lot. On my dad's side of the family, I am Chinese, and I'm 3rd generation Chinese. Growing up, I aspired to be just like my grandfather. He was my hero and the person I spent a lot of time with. He came to the United States when he was 16 years old and almost nothing but the clothes on his back. In my eyes, he is the epitome of the American dream. He was also in the Air Force, which is where he met my grandmother. But I credit my interest in business to my grandfather. He started working at a Ralph's Market and learned how to become a butcher. Eventually he went on to open up his own butcher shop with my grandmother, which was in downtown Los Angeles. I would consider my grandfather one of the savviest investors that I know as well. Invested in the stock market and invested in real estate. Fast forward to today, I realize the amount of dedication, motivation, and the sacrifice that my family has made. It's one of the reasons why I have a degree in finance and wanted to start Poppin' Tea. I want to carry on the family legacy.
So how does the Asian American culture impact me? Similar to Matt and Benson, the impact of the Asian American culture is very strong. I grew up in Southern California, Cypress to be exact, just like Matt. Cypress, if you guys don't know, it's a small city in OC. It's located not too far away from the beach and not too far away from LA as well. I actually lived about a couple streets down from Matt, and what I call our day ones, the group of friends that we grew up with, which we are still friends with today. We had a large mix of Asian culture, and all of that really greatly influenced me. It's really great to grow up being exposed to so much culture, especially in OC. We could go out to the beach, you can go out to LA, South OC. There's just a lot of things to do and a lot of things to see, and a lot of culture to be exposed to. So those are just to name a few. OC is really just a big melting pot of culture, in my opinion. It was really great. It's fun. Yeah, let's talk about my family. Being exposed to a family with a small business really gave me pride to be Asian American. My grandma from my dad's side was a very important role model for me. Growing up, or actually before I was born, let's start way back, let's bring it back. Before I was born, she actually started a clothing and alteration store in Guam, a small little island, kind of near Philippines. So she had that going on, and then she took a little break, and she lived in San Francisco for a little bit, taking care of my dad and my uncles, and later on moved down to Long Beach, which is where she moved her business to. So at that time, I was about 5 years old. Growing up, my grandma would watch me at her store after school while my parents are at work. Back then, I really didn't think much of it, but seeing her work the store, open to close on the weekends or just even during the week when she's watching me, really made me proud to be where I am today with Poppin' Tea Bar. Her hard work and dedication to her craft was one of the fondest memories I have being with her. I remember I would see her attention to details and customizing different articles of clothing with specific details to textiles, colors, even to just displaying the merch in a particular way. She was very keen to detail on that, which I really appreciate her showing me. Big shout out to my grandma for showing me those really great skills and great memories. It means a lot to me, and I just want to make her proud. Stay tuned. You know, we got a lot of big things planned with the Phoenix Night Market and Asian Chamber of Commerce. You know, it feels really great to be a part of the team and to show them, you know, a little bit about what we can do to not only grow the community but inspire others as well.
I don't think you can find it anywhere else.
Play like this really cool music.
So this is a pistachio. This is the